Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. Well, we are ready to move on at last. Normally I would be doing a bunch of side quests, and to put these in between the story missions, kind of spread everything out a little bit. And in fact, we are going to go do that, but I kind of want this gap closed a little bit, because one of the story missions we're going to be going on kind of could use this fourth point. And yeah, I'm close to a level up and I could put the point there, but that's not how I'm playing this. So yeah, we're chasing some reputation building, and one of the very best places to do reputation building, of course, is in these story missions. So yeah, we're headed off to Noveria next. Though, unlike Vermeer and Therum, we are not committed to finishing the mission once we arrive there. It's more like Pharos that way. We'll have access to the ship, which will be handy. So yeah, let's go and do that. And then after we've done some reputation building there, we'll actually just leave there and then head off and do some side quests. So let's move on. All right, departing the Citadel once more, and it's a single hop to Noveria. Alright, pack system. Let's start from the outside as always. Velez. I don't know. While investigating the primitive anaerobic life of Velez, binary helix survey teams discovered a cunningly hidden anchorage of the ancient Krogan warlord Moro. Many records and artifacts of the Krogan rebellions were recovered and sold at auction. The empty base is now abandoned. It's too bad we don't get to see that. Scans of the planet revealed a small abandoned vessel your salvage team brought the ship on board and dismantled it, whereupon they discovered one of Matriarch Dylanaga's writings. Where are all these scrap heaps going, I wonder? Are we giving them all to Tali just so she can take back parts? I have no idea. But yeah, how do you cunningly hide an anchorage? That's what I would have liked to have seen. Next, Morana. Morana is an icy planetoid smaller than Earth's moon. Many planetary geologists suspect it was once an Oort cloud ice dwarf which migrated inwards after an encounter with some other body. So I only read this because I'm interested in this, the Oort cloud. I always assumed that was a proper name that we gave to our region around our star where we have stuff out there. Apparently here it's being used as a generic term for that region around any star, because I mean, otherwise that means that this planetoid came from our Oort cloud, which seems highly unlikely. Alright, Noveria. Noveria is a small frozen terrestrial world, barely habitable by conventional definitions. It is privately chartered by the Noveria Development Corporation, who lease out labs to perform research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere. Given Noveria's unique situation, it is the source of many wild conspiracy theories. 361,000 live here. The capital's name is Port Hanshan. That's actually where we're going, although it certainly won't feel very crowded, as always is the case. It's a fairly slow rotation, and I don't know if this is a typo. This is not that cold. It's just barely freezing. So, I mean, maybe that's, of course, again, an average temp across the whole surface. Maybe there are warm regions. But anyway, yeah, or it could be that there's a wind chill. I mean, it doesn't say that there's a level 1 hazard here, but there actually is when we're outside here, so we won't actually face that here.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Alright, and for some reason Shepard walks from that convenient spot up there near the bridge and comes all the way back here where we didn't need to be. Oh well. Actually, I do want to come back here just because of the fact that we now understand that locker, which is ironic because now we don't care about what's in it. Oh well, this is probably the last time this thing will be restocked. 2 pistols and a shotgun. And none of it's really that good. This is a level 8. Oh my god. Almost embarrassing to come down here now. Alright, so I'm taking with me what I call Team Noveria. They're so much fun together, and yeah, they are in Rex here, always. I won't have to swap out the team.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Alright, let's make sure everyone's leveled up, and it looks like they are. We're actually close to another level. Alright. I don't hear that spooky, eerie theme. So, this ought to be a different world altogether. No steam coming out of the vents here. You also hear noise that's quite similar to that you hear on the Citadel. Oh, look, a welcoming party. They probably have chocolates for us.
That's far enough.
Alright, this is a freebie worth 2 Paragon.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance Navy.
And next Navy patrol isn't due for another 2 weeks.
You're a long way from home, Commander.
You have no idea.
Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Don't try it.
Oh, I love this. Liara didn't even draw her pistol. She's so good at biotics that she didn't need it. This is a freebie worth 2 Renegade.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock!
We are authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Parasini-san, she said. That is a Japanese honorific. Does that mean she's speaking actual English to us? Or what? I mean, our translating device I don't think would have used that.
Get out of here.
Hi, Kyra
I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Sterling.
You're not so tough. You better toe the line here.
So that Paragon option that we didn't take, the one that had at the place where we had the 2 Renegade freebie, is one of the places where Shepard feels really weak to me, because basically she's willing to give up her gun, and so I never picked that even a pure Paragon roll. That's just weird.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
I'm going to go with the guess that she's actually speaking English to us. I'd love to start blowing up all of these turrets and scanners for XP, but no.
Weapons detectors. Don't mind the alarms.
Okay.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Analeus. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Someone piss in your security chief's coffee today?
She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The Executive Board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
Is this privacy intended to hide illegal research?
This planet is beyond the jurisdiction of the Citadel. The law is what the Executive Board says it is. Do you know how valuable this planet is? How many advances in genetics and artificial intelligence got their start here?
Luckily, this is not a multiple choice question here where I have to answer.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
And this is why Liara is part of Team Noveria. It's a mother-daughter dynamic that is unique when she's here, so...
She's a threat to galactic peace. I'm here to bring her in or put her down.
The board doesn't like having outside problems dumped in its lap, Commander. Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the Administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
So, although this reads kind of nastily, it's actually, I think it's actually better dialogue.
No, we don't. Humans have an expression. Blood is thicker than water.
My people have an expression too. Only a child never contradicts her mother. I meant what I said before. Her actions are wrong. If you would feel safer leaving me on the Normandy, I will stay. But I would like to see her. Maybe I can persuade her to come peacefully.
So I think this would actually just bring up the squad selection screen, where I suppose you could reselect her, although maybe she'd be... I don't know, I've never actually taken this path, so...
I don't think that's likely, but you can try.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Alright, and this journal thing, notification is going to pop up a lot here. So, alright, you've discovered that Matriarch Benezia is on Noveria, but she's left the public port area. In order to proceed, you need to get a pass into the garage. And Administrator Analeas has denied your request for one, but there may be a way to persuade him, or another source. Gianna said to speak with Administrator Analeas to leave Port Hanshan. His office is upstairs. Alright, Matriarch Benezia, top advisor to Saren, is on Noveria. If you can capture her, it is likely she has insight into his plans. Matriarch Benezia, Saren's aide, is at a remote complex called Peak 15 you need to drive out and investigate. So, yay. And of course, each of these little side missions will be, have its reward with XP. So we like that. I'm actually going in, even though we asked if we can go in now. I'm going to go back out to here just to say hi to Mayako.
I apologize for my rudeness when you arrived. I meant no disrespect. I have a responsibility to protect the safety and privacy of corporations here. The arrival of an Alliance warship was unexpected.
This is worth 2 Paragon. This 2 Renegade.
Embarrassed to be put in your place?
Not at all. My actions were correct, based on the information I had at the time. Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
Why are you still here? Are you guarding my ship?
All of the companies have secrets. Some of them deal in things that are not quite legal. Having a Spectre here makes them nervous. Analeas Sama is buried under petitions to kick you off-world.
Analeas Sama! That's yet another Japanese honorific. That is the more unusual one. So, yeah, it's just no way that our Omni tools are translating him this way.
So you're waiting here in case he makes that decision?
It would be more accurate to say we are here to prevent incidents between employees and your crew.
There are guards everywhere. Are there that many problems here?
I am sure Parasini-san gave you the ultra-special blah-blah about business here. Everyone wants to be protected from everyone else, but everyone also thinks they have a special right to kick over everyone else.
Don't they have their own security forces?
Everything from hackers to mercenaries. They have investments to protect, after all. But we are the only ones allowed to bear arms. Which is why the companies constantly try to bribe my people. I have a clear policy against freelancing. Anyone who works on the side is fired.
Your job is preventing problems, not solving them.
Most of my job is diplomacy. Two corps start yelling at each other, my people walk in, flash some ceramic, and they start talking civilly. If there is anything this job has taught me, it's how to be impartial.
Tell me about yourself.
You first. I'm just a security guard. I heard that there were no human specters. How did you get that job?
So there's like 5 ways we can answer this question, each of which has unique dialogue and kind of neat. I'm picking this one.
They're throwing humanity a bone to shut us up about the problems in the Traverse.
Their answer to the lawlessness is to make one of us a specter and tell us to fix it ourselves? I bet the Terra Firma Party is having a field day with this. I served in the Marines for a decade, mustered out, and went private sector. I was under fire a few times, so I ended up leading this detail.
I like my
I'll be moving on.
Very good, Commander. Please stay out of trouble.
She seems totally on the level. Alright, now we can go in. Oh, come on, let me shoot some of these turrets. There'll be so much XP here.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
That is the only elevator conversation we'll have in this entire mission, which is good, in a way. Hello, businesswoman.
The managers warned us about you.
Okay.
I can't believe the paranoids that work here. There's no accident on Peak 15.
Did you see the little journal thing pop up there? Yeah, indeed it did. Contact has been lost with Peak 15, the remote facility where Matriarch Benezia went. Port Hanshan is full of rumors about Peak 15, but few facts. So that doesn't even tell us what we're supposed to do next. I guess just keep watching and listening for things.
I don't understand these rumors about synthetic insights. If the office is closed, it must be for a good reason.
This woman is absolutely filled with good information here. Synthetic Insights is apparently closed.
I don't care what happened on Peak 15. We've all signed non-disclosure agreements.
Huh. Well, she is certainly not keeping up with her end of the agreement.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
This is a merchant, and we can use him as a store. And just like Ladra there on Pharos, we can keep coming back to him even after we've finished here, which is kind of cool.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is.
This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port.
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
Notice that we have reached a conversational point where we can't proceed. We can't persuade him in any way here to let us know who exactly is receiving this item. But I'm not going to pop up my PowerPoint slide because this is a place where we can return to, so we can always ask him again. And maybe later, when I have my 4th point, I can use this. So
only cowards remain anonymous. I don't have to worry about a coward.
This one is humbly grateful that the Spectre understands. Are you gracious enough to perform the task for this one?
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Anolaus. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
Could I buy something now?
Is there anything in particular the Spectre is looking for?
And so, just like other places, we have to just pick a category. Luckily, I have no interest anymore in non-human armors, but upgrades in standard items, sure. Scram Rail 9, no, thanks. We get a journal entry here, of course. This is an assignment here on Noveria called Noveria Smuggling. Opold has asked for your help smuggling a package through customs. You've agreed to help Opold. His package has been left outside the Normandy in the docking bay. We don't know how it got there exactly, but
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
So here, who's the recipient will bring me back to that spot where I can charm or intimidate him into telling me who actually is going to be receiving this. So that's cool.
I'm here to shop. We can discuss this later.
Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Turian armor, shotguns, guns, Titan fire. Yes, the Rosenkopf materials license. I don't know if that's the very last license in the game. Maybe, because I know there's one more shop in the game that we haven't been to yet, but I don't remember if he has a license or not. Anyway, yeah, we definitely want that. But nothing else here. If you re-invoke him here...
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
And you say no, it doesn't mean you cancel the assignment. You still have it.
I haven't picked it up yet.
This one implores the Spectre for haste. The customer is quick-tempered.
So we don't know who the customer is, but we could...
I'll be back later then.
This one awaits your return.
We could probably make a guess what kind of customer would be into this. I'm heading back just to get that package. Even though I don't actually intend to complete the assignment, I actually do want to charm or intimidate Opold. So, but it's good to have it in hand, I guess. I don't forget about it. Also, is there any better ambient theme in this game than this Port Hanshan area? I absolutely love the music here. And sure enough, there it is. And luckily this scanning thing didn't notice anybody doing this. Alright. Return the package. You've recovered Opold's package. It appears to be a powerful experimental weapon mod. Bring it to him at his store. So we're in late game here. We don't care about weapon mods, but there is a path, of course, whereby you can actually bring that weapon mod into your own inventory and make use of it, or even sell it to Opold, which is kind of funny because he doesn't want you to go that way. He wants to get the money for having completed the transaction that he's got set up here. Let's say hi to Mayako again.
Good day, Commander. I trust you are behaving yourself, not mixing yourself up in any questionable activities.
Why do you ask?
I'm merely interested in the loading and offloading of cargoes, particularly those involving potentially illegal goods. If you were, I would have to recite some tedious speech, then ask you to leave. Just so we understand each other.
So luckily, I can't actually reveal that I've done this.
I'll be moving on.
Very good, Commander. Please stay out of trouble.
Why, sure. Ooh, is this a vending machine? How do I use it? I have credits. I could use a hot cocoa right now. Okay, so here we are in the main room. Let's take a peek at the map real quick. We just came from the docking bay. The administrator's office is over here. This is the main plaza. We also have an elevator and synthetic insights on our way to a garage, which has a vehicle in it, conveniently. And there's also an elevator to a hotel here, so some places we can visit. Let's go start with the administrator. Hello, ERCS guard.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
But you will, won't you?
If Sergeant Sterling catches me with you, she'll, I don't know, crush my trachea with her brain or something.
That suggests that Ms. Sterling is a biotic.
Some of the guys do side jobs for the administrator. I'll only do what Captain Matsuo says.
Huh. Captain Matsuo told us that anyone that does side jobs gets fired, so at least this guy's towing the line.
You know what I could go for right now? A donut.
My understanding is that the same donut that I could eat is not one you could eat, sir. So then maybe they have the donuts that are edible for him, which wouldn't be edible for us.
I'm keeping an eye on that Krogan at the hotel. He's a mercenary. Name of Ina Morda.
Huh, I wonder if he's short-tempered. Don't know. I wonder why they're keeping an eye on him in any case. These look like little kids' rides or something. Little simulators. Well, we can't use them. So this chai room really has no purpose. Here's Gianna Parasini.
How can I help you?
Alright, you can ask her right away where Annaleus is, and she'll unlock the door to his office, which is what the case is right now. But that ends the conversation. I mean, it exits the conversation, so we'll do that later.
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
I hear there was an accident on Peak 15.
We're aware of the rumors. At the moment, contact with the facility is down due to weather. All employees should review their non-disclosure agreements and avoid irresponsible free talk.
So, everyone shut up and keep your heads down?
Loose lips sink third quarter profits. You have a more blunt way of speaking than is common here, Commander.
Why, thank you.
What kind of weather cuts modern communications?
A blizzard is sweeping the Scotty Mountains right now. Between the cloud cover and heavy snow, the satellite uplinks are cut.
What corporations work on Peak 15?
Binary Helix has leased the entire complex.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Do not piss off the Luddites.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Yay, an impatient Solarian. Let's go say hi. And he's got a turret that seems fidgety over here. Ooh, and a wall safe. Hello, Annaleus. I notice you haven't stood up to greet me.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
And yes, this greeting will be different based on your background. So I'm Earthborn, and that's why he calls it an urban blight.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
Is there some problem on Peak 15?
An area of severe weather has cut off contact. Things will return to normal in a few days.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Venezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She's here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
You let Asari who can kill you with their brains run around, but give us flack about guns?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Shepard, I am sure that there are other people here who could help us.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Why is Synthetic Insights closed?
I have placed Lorik Keene, the manager of the Hanshan office, under internal review. I cannot comment further at this time.
So this is definitely not my favorite Solarian, but I still like him.
Opold wants me to smuggle a package through security.
I need more than your word to act on that. Bring me whatever he's smuggling, and I'll act accordingly.
So you'll arrest him?
No one here is fond of trials. They make shareholders nervous. More likely, we would simply let him go. Of course, he would be blacklisted by the companies here.
Not so fast. In exchange, I want garage access.
You are shrewd to use this as leverage. If it is a serious infraction, I will give you a pass.
So, we can actually give Annalise the package that we picked up, and he will give us a pass. And that will be it. We will be on our way. That is the short way to get into the garage. It is not nearly as rewarding as going other ways, so no, I am keeping this package.
I'll look into it and get back to you.
I appreciate your report.
I'm leaving.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Alright. Noveria, leave Port Hanshan. You discovered... Oh, you know what? I already read that. Let's go inside here. You need to acquire a pass to leave Port Hanshan. Only Annalise and important managers have them. So yes, we're still looking for somebody that's willing to give us a pass, although we do now have this option here. But no, it's not nearly as rewarding as other methods.
Mr. Annaleus isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan.
And here's another method.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
I can bludgeon pretty hard.
Talk to Lorik Keene. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Annaleus.
You said I should talk to Lorik Keene?
Mr. Annaleus isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. Keene spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
And yet another submission. You need a pass to leave Hanshan. Gianna suggested speaking with Lorik Keene. Speak to Lorik Keene at the hotel bar. Take the elevator on the up, and yeah, we know how to get there. Alright. So they say that we need a pass to get to the garage, but I've got a pretty good gun. Maybe we can go there directly and bypass all this. Also, yeah, that looks cold to me.
The weather outside looks dreadful. Thank the goddess it's warm in here. Do not be fooled by these civilized surroundings. This is a place of secrets and lies.
It was awful good of you to pop into place there, Rex.
Every time I come here, there's a damn blizzard. These people will smile to your face while they stab you in the back. I used to get a lot of freelance business here. Fastest way to climb the corporate ladder is to eliminate the guy above you.
Mm-hmm. And here's the elevator to Synthetic Insights, which is red. Small sign on the door reads Synthetic Insights temporarily closed. Alright. Hello, Lily Hiriax, I guess. That's a weird name. Here's the garage, and I can see, well, I can see on the radar that there's a vehicle out there. This is red too.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I'm on Citadel business. I need to leave this station.
If you want to enter the garage, you need authorization for Mr. Analeas. No exceptions. I'm sorry.
So this is a place where the game has this wall here, and if you can somehow manage to get past it, the game will proceed quite happily. Of course, you can use the console to walk through there, but I think you can also put yourself up against that glass wall and crouch and save, and if you've done it correctly, when you read the start, you'll be on the other side of it and can proceed that way. I think that's how people do the speed runs of this game. I don't, though. I'm going to get a pass, of course.
Spectre, right?
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for Maiko's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Analeas. And the matriarch came through.
Yay, somebody who's speaking plainly. I like that.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
What was that about Synthetic Insights?
Scuttlebutt says Laura Keene was on the take. Analeas shut down SI's offices. Quiet-like, so no off-world lawyers come in on it.
I'm starting to think that Synthetic Insights is another angle we're going to be able to take to get into this garage.
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can get one from Analeas or the managers, if you can polish enough gizzard.
Maybe you could let me borrow yours?
Sure. If I wanted to lose my job and get sued into the next spiral arm. Security tracks card use.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Lee will have additional dialogue later. Unfortunately, the path I'm going to play doesn't actually yield any more dialogue, so we don't have to talk to him anymore, which is too bad because I really like him. That's somebody I hope that we'll bump into in a later game. Hello.
Don't make us regret letting you keep those guns.
You're in the way, Liara.
We've got a secret weapon. Sergeant Sterling's a biotic, and not a real friendly one either.
Well, we noticed how unfriendly she is, and we kind of guessed on the biotic part.
You better toe the line with the administrator. If you don't, you might end up like Lorik Keene.
Lorik Keene is in the bar, he's not in a hospital, and I don't have an office he can close.
There are people all over this plaza you can chat with. I'm on duty.
There aren't that many people here.
Noveria is private property. Remember, you're here at the board's sufferance.
If the board is suffering, I'm happy. Yeah, I think there's like just one other person we can talk to, and I think they have exactly the same dialogue, except this time it'll be the Solarian. Actually, we can talk to both of them, but I think...
The manager's warned us about you, Spectre. I can't believe the paranoids that work here.
It's the same dialogue.
There's no accident on Peak 15.
Alright, so we are headed up to the hotel. And the hotel is this way. And I think this seems like a decent breaking point for this episode. Yeah, and I can actually step in there. Because when you step into an elevator, you can't save anymore. That's how wonky they are in this game. Alright, we'll pick up the story from right here next time.